It's time for Friday Flix. The Oscars are upon us, but first, before we get to that, we're going to talk real quickly about this weekend's releases. And joining me now in Santa Monica, California, is host of America's longest-running movie talk show, the Film Freak Movie Interview, Mr. Leo Quinones. So let's get right into it, Leo. How are you?
Great to be with you, pal.
First up, we have The Duff. What's the story all about?
You know what? It's just another teen film. It's not doing very well. It's kind of a counter-programming to what else is in the box office, so it's kind of like your teen romp. Then what we have is a revisiting of The Hot Tub Time Machine 2, which is out in theaters. The first one, really funny, John Cusack. John Cusack is not in this one, but you still have Luke Clark and Craig Robinson and Rob Corddry. It's rated R, it's raunchy, and it's not doing well critically, so that's your second one. A really nice movie that's out this weekend, Ryan, is a true story called McFarland USA. Now, McFarland is about 2 hours north of where I am here in Santa Monica, and basically it's about a poverty-stricken town, Mexican kids that would get up at 4:30 in the morning, run to the fields, pick till 7:30 in the morning, and then they would run, since they don't have a car, to school. Then they would go to school all day, and then they would run after school back to the fields. And Kevin Costner's character notices that these Mexican kids are running everywhere, and he creates a track team and builds a dynasty of cross-country runners in McFarland, and it's still one of the best cross-country running communities in the country. It's a very inspiring film. It's made with a lot of love, a lot of pride in the Mexican culture, and it's a good one, McFarland USA.
That sounds like it'll be one of the favorites at the box office this weekend, Leo. But probably a little bit more importantly, here on Channel 8 on Sunday at 7 p.m., the red carpet coverage starts for the Oscars. So who do you think is going to win for Best Picture?
Well, again, when you're talking about Best Picture, let's talk about the nominees. You have American Sniper, Birdman, Boyhood, The Grand Budapest Hotel, The Imitation Game, Selma, The Theory of Everything, and Whiplash. Now, American Sniper has made more money than all of the other nominees combined, about $310 million. But if you're gonna put my feet to the fire, buddy, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a tie between Boyhood and Birdman. And you know, since the first day I've ever been on CT Style, I've been calling Birdman, The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, starring Michael Keaton. That I think could pull it off.
I've heard that the camera follows Michael throughout the movie in one shot, so it'll be interesting if you haven't seen that to make sure you see that.
Well,
also,
yeah, it's fantastic filmmaking, and more to that fact, it's life imitating art, because in this film, Michael Keaton plays a guy named Regan Thompson, who in the 90s turned down a movie called Birdman 4. But in reality, Michael Keaton in 92, he turned down $11 million in Batman 3. So it's like art imitating life. So it's his time.
So it's full circle. And speaking of Michael Keaton, of course, he's nominated for Best Actor in Birdman. Do you think he could take home the win?
Well, he's got his work cut out for him. He won the Critics' Choice Award, but Eddie Redmayne, now it's Eddie Redmayne and Michael Keaton's race. Eddie Redmayne was so good in The Theory of Everything as Stephen Hawking. It was a physical challenge, contorting your muscles for, 15 hours a day in a wheelchair like Stephen Hawking really gave Eddie Redmayne a beating mentally and physically. So he's good, but you know that I'm pulling for Michael Keaton. So if you're going to make me give you a pick, I'm going to say Best Actor. Thinking about the Oscar voters, I'm going to say an upset for Michael Keaton to take it all.
All right, and then finally we have Best Actress, Leo.
Well, here you go. You have Marion Cotillard in 2 Days, One Night, Felicity Jones in The Theory of Everything, Julianne Moore in Still Alice, Rosamund Pike for Gone Girl, and Reese Witherspoon for Wild. Okay, Reese Witherspoon, not going to do it. Rosamund Pike, Gone Girl, it made a lot of money. $167 million, not good enough. The one that's going to win, it's a lock. If you're a betting person, take this one to the bank. This is going to be Julianne Moore in Still Alice. And this movie's very hard to watch. It's about a woman at age 50 who gets struck down by Alzheimer's disease. It's not a fun movie to watch, but her acting is phenomenal, and she's going to win.
Well, I guess we'll have to tune in this Sunday night at 7 p.m. right here on Channel 8 to find out if she does, in fact, take home the win. And, of course, we want you to tweet Leo with all of your movie and, most importantly, all of your Oscars questions at Movie Interview. Make sure you tweet him.